Alright you guys, so today's tutorial is actually a collab. There's no intro for the other person in the beginning because there's just not one. But I will link her video down below in the description bar. Her name's Anita. You definitely can check her out. She did a purple prom look. So if you are interested in her look, please check down below in the description box. Okay, you guys? Alright, so on to the tutorial. As you guys can see, I already applied my concealer to the inner and outer part of the eyelid area. And then I applied my Pro Primer stick from LA Girl in the shade Nude, and then just blended that out using a concealer brush. Then I'm gonna go in with this brown shade from my Tawny Tease duo from Black Opal Cosmetics and use this round kind of blending buffing brush just to blend this out into my transition area and slightly bring this onto my nose bridge. Not all the way, but like slightly, very, very slightly, okay? Alright you guys, now using this sage colored green eyeshadow. This is also a Black Opal eyeshadow duo. I'll put all the names of the duos I use down below in the description box because the name is not attached to this one. So please check down there if you guys want the shade names, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, apply that to the lid. Then I'm going to use the shade that comes in the duo, the darker shade. This is kind of like a smoky sage color. It has more of a darker kind of black tone to it, but it still has that hints of green in it. I'm going to use this to the outer V area and slightly blend this into my crease. Alright you guys, so now using this darker brown shade, also a eyeshadow duo from Black Opal. I'll put the name of it down below in the description box. I'm going to go ahead and use this darker shade in my crease area using a pointed blending brush. And just to get it, you know, just a little slight concentration into my crease just to darken it up a bit more. Then I'm going to go in and create my wing liner using the NYC liquid liner in black. This is the liner I use in most of my tutorials. Once in a while, I'll use the Wet n Wild gel liner, but this is my favorite. If you guys are having a hard time doing wing liner, make sure you take your time doing, you know, pieces at a time. Don't try to do it all at once like I did. Just do it a piece at a time, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and conceal underneath my eye area, and I'm just going to use my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in Fawn and then just blend it out using a pointed foundation brush. And this is from the new Sonia Kashuk limited edition makeup artist brush set. And I will have a review of these brushes very soon, you guys. Just give me some time so I can use them and review them for you soon, okay? Alright, so I'm just going to prime underneath my lower lashes with the same Pro Primer stick in Nude and blend it out with a concealer brush. Then I'm going to go in with this small detailer or shader brush using the Tawny Tease matte brown shade and apply this underneath my lower lashes and smoke it out. Then I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline using this gel liner pencil from LA Girl. Then for the inner kind of cat eye effect, I'm using this eyeliner marker from Milani Cosmetics. I'm using this because it has an angled kind of tip to it. It's not one of those pointy tip eyeliner markers. It's shaped the same way like say a Sharpie marker would be shaped. It's flat and angled and very well, I'll say stiff, if that makes sense. Alright, so it's just easier to create the inner wing with it. Now using an angled brush and this matte black eyeshadow from the Black Shock duo from Black Opal. I'm not sure if this is the correct name, but I'll put the correct name down below in the description box. I'm going to go over that liner. Then I'm going to use this glitter from Eye Candy Cosmetics in the shade Caramel Apple. I picked this up while I was at IMATS. And then I'm just going to use some of my e.l.f. glitter glue to apply that between the two wing liners. Then I'm going to go back in with that eyeliner marker from Milani and just clean up that line and make it more defined. I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara, and I'm using my Wet n Wild Volume Mascara. It's one of my favorites. I have to pick up a new tube. They don't put enough product in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes, and I'm using these Dolly Mix lashes from Eyewear Lash Co. Please be advised that I did stack them, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face. I'm sorry guys, the foundation part was actually blurry, so I didn't add it into this video, but I used my Black Opal foundation in the Pore Perfecting formula, and this one I used in the shade Nutmeg all over, okay? I did not blend it with anything. Now I'm just going to go ahead and highlight under my eyes using the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in Fawn, and I'm just going to highlight my forehead, under eyes, nose bridge, Cupid's bow, and chin. Now I'm going to go ahead with this contouring brush that I got a while ago from a company called Diva Beauty, and it's a synthetic brush. You can use it for whatever you want, and the reason why I'm using it for my under eye highlight is because it's pointed and it's microfiber, so it's just easier to help, you know, get into those creases and blend it out. And all my other brushes are dirty, so we're trying to improvise here, okay, you guys? I have a lot of dirty brushes. I have at least about a month worth of dirty brushes, and I have a lot. It's just, I'm not in the mood to wash them, but I'll do it later. But we're just going to use this brush to blend out our highlight, and it works perfectly fine. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm just blending out everything. Alright you guys, to set my under eye concealer and my highlighted parts of my face, I'm going to be using this Sasha Cosmetics Loose Buttercup Powder. It's becoming one of my favorite powders to use besides my Ben 9 Neutral Set. It gives a really nice finish. I love that it's not heavy, which sometimes the Ben 9 can look and feel a little heavy on the face. Sometimes it can look cakey or ashy or just, you know, maybe too yellow. Okay, but this is one of my favorites right now, so it's going to be my second favorite powder. And I also like the pressed formula, which is easy for me to just take with me when I'm, you know, out and about. Alright you guys, for contouring I'm using these powders, and they're from Nicka. I don't know if you guys remember from back in the day when I first started YouTube, I used these powders. Well, that one that hit pan, that's the powder that I use. I still have it from 3 years ago, and it's a powder, so it's not like eye makeup, you know. I could keep this for a longer time so long as you keep it clean and sanitized. But the one that I used to use, I believe it was called Warm Almond if I'm not mistaken, and the new one that I'm using, the one that didn't hit pan yet, that one is Chocolate, I believe it is. But if I'm incorrect about those names, I'll put the correct names down below in the description box. Since I no longer use my old contouring palette, these are perfect replacements. They give me the same finish, probably even a better finish, and they warm up my face and work really nicely with my foundation. Alright, to highlight my cheeks, I'm going to be using this Makeup Forever duo. It's a contouring highlighting duo. I'm not a fan of the contouring powder. I feel as though it's too stiff. It just won't pick up. The brush won't pick it up. It's just not a good contouring shade. I do like the highlight, but you know, for something that's $39, you would think that, you know, the contouring shade would be a little softer and easier to work with, but it's not. But I do like the highlighting shade. For lips, I'm using this Makeup Academy Luxe Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Reckless. Alright, I've had this for a while, you guys, and this is probably my first time ever using it on my channel and in life, period. I don't know why it took so long for me to use it, but I bought it I think about a year ago, and I just now opened it up. I have so many new things that I've never used, so I have to really shop my own collection and see what I have so I can create tutorials for you guys instead of just buying a whole bunch of new stuff and adding to what I already have. Alright, so one thing I do love about these matte liquid lipsticks, I love how clean it looks when you apply it. It's so much easier than sometimes using lipstick or having to deal with a lip liner. You can use the wand and clean it up, and it comes out really nice and sharp. I'm done cleaning up my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and clean around them using whatever leftover foundation I had. And then for cheeks, I'm going to be using this Mosaic bronzer from Black Opal, and I'm gonna use that as my blush. I feel as though this is the perfect kind of blush bronzer shade for me, especially during the summertime. It's quickly becoming my #1 blush color. I use it even when I don't have makeup on. I just put it on my cheeks just to, you know, give me something, just a little bit of something, some warmth, some glow. But that is it for this look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed creating it for you. Make sure to check out Anita's look and give me a thumbs up, comment, and make sure to subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.